Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over a beginner's guide to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies and a beginner's guide to Die Maschine. Now, I'm going to give you some tips about your loadout, and then we're going to hop in Die Maschine. I'm going to walk you through the very basics of Die Maschine, show you where the power is, show you how to get Pack-a-Punch, show you where the perk locations are, and basically a couple spots to train, and then I'll get you guys on your way. For anything more advanced, you can stick around here on the channel by hitting that subscribe button to check out spots that give you an advantage, or just general good Easter eggs, tips, and other free things in the Zombies mode that will help you get a significant advantage over the long run. But in today's video, this is going to be that beginner's guide. So for anybody who is new to Zombies, you have a loadout tab this year, and you can create your own class to give you a weapon to start with, and you have field upgrades, which do a whole bunch of different things. Now, your weapons, you need to level those up, whether you do it in multiplayer or you do that in Zombies, and then you can put attachments on that starting weapon. Now, your starting weapon will be the lowest rarity in the chain of rarities for the weapons. So that means it will not do as much damage in the later rounds, and you're going to be swapping it out anyway. So give yourself a build that you feel comfortable with for maybe the first 10 rounds max, and then you're going to be getting rid of it. The field upgrades, they do a whole bunch of different stuff. You have a whole bunch of them here. If you'd like to pause the video on any of these, here is your time now. Make sure you give it a pause so you can read through all of these, and you can see what they do. I use the Aether Shroud because, honestly, it gets you out of really sticky situations once you level it up the whole way. Now, how do you level some of these things up? Well, you use crystals, which you can see there. I have 8 crystals available right now for upgrading stuff. And you get those crystals by playing, by hitting round 10, 20, 25, 30, and extracting, which is a part of Die Maschine I will show you in this video. Now, there's going to be a lot of cutting and editing, so I can keep everything nice and short for you guys, but I'm going to do my best to get all the information in this video here today. There's a whole bunch of skills, too, which you need crystals for all of them. As you can see, you have your perks here. I've been grinding zombies. I think I have almost 20 hours on zombies already within the first 4 days of the game. Very, very fun this year. The zombies is great. You can upgrade all your perks to give you some advantages on stuff like the stamina up. You take like no fall damage once you grab that level 2 perk there. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones in here. I just upgraded all of them because you're going to be getting almost all of your perks. And this year you can get all 6 perks on that first map. There's ammo mods, which are pretty darn cool. The Brain Rot is the best one. And you can unlock these at the Pack-a-Punch machine, which we'll be taking a look at. And then you have your field upgrades, and you have weapon classes, which I haven't even come close to maxing all of these out yet. But for submachine guns, on example, once you hit that tier 3 on it, you can put 3 more attachments on your starting weapon. So make sure you check out this tab, get familiar with it, and once you get familiar with your loadouts, you can load into a Die Maschine. We're going to go into a solo, and I'm going to show you guys around the map. Alright guys, we are in spawn and the zombies are coming. A little bit of a load issue happening right here, but that is okay. The spawn is honestly my favorite place to train zombies. It is a fantastic area too. It's so nice and wide open, and even in the high rounds when it's getting super crazy, it's actually very manageable in here, and with an Aether Shroud in your back pocket, you'll learn more about that perk as you progress and play, but it's honestly really nice to train in here. So, I have my melee skill leveled the whole way up, so I have a Bowie knife as my melee, which gets you through, like, the first 10 rounds pretty much on one-shot hits. So, we're going to go ahead and kill these zombies. I'm going to show you guys some doors. Now, I don't know if I want to get a bunch of points first, which I think I might do. I think I'm going to maybe get to round 5 or 6 to get a bunch of points really quickly for you guys. And then we can start to check out the perk locations, every door that you can open, and stuff like that. So, let's do that. I'll see you guys very soon. Alright guys, so I felt like this would be a really good time to explain some of the drops. Now we have a power up here which you guys have probably seen before, but what you probably haven't seen before is something like this. This is a self-revive, and you actually spawn with one of these every single time you play a solo. But if you ever would lose that, zombies have a chance to drop them. Now they are a purple rarity, but they are a pretty nice little bonus if you don't have one. Now you can craft them also, which is pretty nice, which we're going to show very, very soon with the crafting. But another thing that we're going to take a look at is... I don't seem to have one on the ground right now. I definitely did have one. But it's the salvage system. And if you see it next to your money there in the scoreboard, the salvage system is another thing we're going to be talking about that's brand new. And it's very, very helpful. It allows you to craft items and upgrade your stuff. So we're going to finish up round 5 here with getting some more points. And then we're going to show you all the doors. Let me just kill these zombies real quick, and then I'll get right back to you. Alright guys, so let's talk about the salvage. We have some on the ground here. We also have a little friend on the ground as well. Here is the smaller salvage, which is green and uncommon. This is going to be used for crafting stuff like Semtexes and buying yourself additional armor, which we're going to talk about here soon. And then the blue ones are for upgrading your weapons and making some of the better kill streaks at the crafting table. So you have high grade salvage and you have the lower grade salvage. So next is ammo boxes. You have these all around the map. They only cost 250 for base weapons. And then for Pack-a-Punch weapons, there's 3 levels of Pack-a-Punch, which are going to cost, I think it's 1,000, 2,500, and either 5,000 or maybe 10,000. I cannot remember exactly. But there's doors everywhere on the map. There's a door here, which we're going to just pop that one. Why not? And then we have an obstruction here. The stuff with the X's and just kind of all the doorways. There's going to be stuff for you to do. So this is a power door. You can't unlock this, but what you can do is basically go through that door by heading up here. And then you can actually go up on the roof through here. And you can hit this door. Now, there is more doors, but this is a pretty much easier way to go this way. Once you have power on, there is an obstruction right there, which leads into the pond. So we're going to come out here. Now, another way to access this is through this door here, and then the spawn area, which is right down here. There's a door right down there as well, which I can show you if you guys are interested. However, we're going to head towards this facility, and we are going to get into all the perk locations, don't you worry. But I want to get into the facility and show you guys how to turn the power on right away. So you do need some cash to open up these doors, but if you do have enough, you can start to head down and just follow your objective. The objective basically gets you to turn the power on and get your Pack-a-Punch machine right away. So we're going to pop this door here. We're going to have another door here, and we should have just enough to unlock the power room. So we're going to be heading up to this door, and this final door for the power room is going to cost you 2,000 points. And this is how you get the power on and then get your first step into getting the Pack-a-Punch machine. Now, I'm not sure. That door might have just been 1,750, which is a bit odd because it's supposed to be 2,000. So maybe there were some changes made to zombies. It could have been 2,000 as well, but I'm pretty sure it said 1,750. So maybe they updated that. But we're going to pop on these terminals, and then there's going to be an anomaly that spawns right here. And the Pack-a-Punch machine will actually be in that same spot once you unlock it. So we're going to wait for that anomaly to appear, and then we are going to enter that. And you're going to enter a whole entire new dimension here for your Cold War Zombies experience. It's actually really, really wild. We will start to head upstairs, and I will show you what I mean. It's a completely different map, and at first, it can be a bit overwhelming, but you're going to be heading to the tunnel that it has waypointed. And while you're heading there, make sure you hit some of these crystals. These crystals have a bunch of stuff in them. They might have drops for equipment. They could have just regular money. They could have ammo. They could have a whole bunch of stuff in them. So there's a bunch of them. Here's that other door I was talking about, and then you saw that other door earlier. But there's a bunch of these crystals that you can hit along the way. Just got some ammo right there, which is a nice little touch. I'm also going to show you guys a bonus Easter egg to get Juggernog for free. That's why we really didn't touch on Juggernog too much right away, because it's a super easy way to get it for free. So we're going to be heading down to this tunnel. Once you turn the power on, this door will be open. There was a door there before, and those doors inside that room there that I was showing you will be open as well. A self-revive from that. That's pretty darn good. So we're going to head through this tunnel. It's going to cost you 500 points, and this will be the key to unlocking yourself the Pack-a-Punch machine. We're going to head through this tunnel, and you can use these tunnels anytime while you're in this region when you're just farming or anything later in the game. So we're going to head back through this door. We came through this way, and then we have the machine here, which is going to be our Pack-a-Punch machine. You're going to add this part. It's going to forge the Pack-a-Punch machine. This is instantly going to teleport you back into the overworld. Now, one thing we're going to do as soon as we get back, and this is essential for you beginners, is to activate the zombie coffin Easter egg, which I have a video dedicated for it specifically if you want to check out it in detail. But if you follow these steps, it will essentially be the same exact thing, but it might be a little bit more confusing for you if you don't really understand what's happening. But you just basically shoot a bunch of these blue orbs. Like I said, I have a full video on it. You shoot these blue orbs, and you're going to be teleporting to a different part of the map, and it's going to give you Juggernog for free. I'm going to link that video up in the top right for you guys so you can check it out more in detail. But if you are following along with the steps I'm doing right now, you will have the same exact result. Nothing is different about it. Like I said, the only thing different is it might not make complete sense on why this is happening. But we're going to be heading, and after you shoot those 5 orbs, if you just follow my path and do the same exact thing, we're going to head right back in, and we're going to be getting Juggernog for free. Now, I am going to skip the Easter egg part of this because it is a bit time-consuming, and you guys probably don't care about it. But this crate that these zombies are carrying has loot in it, and it's a great way to get yourself a really nice start. Alright guys, so we are back, and we are now opening the crate that we got from that Easter egg. And here's where you get Juggernog for free. A super easy way to get yourself a free perk and save yourself 2,500 points. You also get a pretty good weapon from it, so I would suggest you pick that up. We're about to die. I didn't even realize my health was that low. So now we are on a Plague Hound round, which is pretty darn easy. You're going to get a max ammo at the very end for yourself. A free frag grenade there. But we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Now I'm going to show you guys where all the perks are. It's going to be extremely helpful for you. We do have to actually open one more door, but that's okay. We're going to go back to spawn, and we're going to start there, kill some zombies along the way, and I'm going to show you guys where all of these perks are located. So the first one is actually going to be upstairs here. There is going to be an obstruction here. We can unlock this door. There's an obstruction right there that you got to get rid of. It's going to be on the other side over here. We can access this through that other door that we went through, don't you worry. So it doesn't matter which door you do pop. Sounds like we got a boss spawning, which we can go over how to take them out super easy as well. But through here is going to be our first perk, and that is going to be Stamina Up, a super great perk that I would recommend you get earlier than later. Stamina Up is right there. So we got our boss here. Let's just talk about him. Aim for the head, get all critical hits, and if you have a submachine gun, a shotgun works really well. That'll take him down pretty quick. Now, one thing about the bosses is they actually split into 2 parts, and that could be a bit trickier because these guys are really annoying as well. They can hit you with long-range attacks, and they can just be a real nuisance. So let's get them out in the open, and we're just going to do the same thing. Explosives, tomahawks, all that stuff work really well in the early rounds. Once you get into the late rounds, then you're looking at some other additional methods to take these guys down. But if you guys are just beginners, I'm not really worried about you guys getting in around 30, 40, and 50 yet. Mainly just being able to take these guys down without any issues. So basically, just shoot them in the head a bunch of times with an upgraded weapon. I wouldn't use your base weapon that you got there. I would try to get something from the mystery box if you can. Now, if you don't know what the mystery box is, it's a box you buy for 950 points, which is located right here. Can be located in multiple parts of the map. I'm thinking about doing a video on all the mystery box locations. Because they can spawn in different parts of the map. But you want to get, you know, the higher your weapon rarity, you have green, blue, purple, and yellow. All of these will give you more damage the higher you go. But the better your weapon, the more damage you're going to do to these guys. So we got in a bit of a sticky situation there. We're actually going to use our Aether Shroud. We did get stuck along the plane. So if you guys get into a sticky situation and you have Aether Shroud leveled up after you play a good bit of zombies, you will actually save yourself a lot more than you might know. But we're going to take this guy down here. As you can see, he does have a couple long-range attacks. But that's going to take care of him. And there's a key card, which you need for some other stuff a little bit later. But we're not worried about that. So the next perk is Juggernog. I know we got very off track. If you guys need me to show you again where that stamina up is, that's right here. Let's get rid of that. And that stamina up is going to be right there for you. So your next perk, which we got for free, but if you would want to buy it, you could. Juggernog is right here, which is going to give you increased health. And then coming down here into the pond area, and you do have locators for your minimap. Right above the minimap, you see the area you're in. This is called pond. You can see your areas as well. Quick Revive is right here. So we're going to be heading back. There's that obstruction I kind of mentioned earlier. There's also an obstruction that you can get into the facility cave a little bit easier right there. And this is all stuff you will pick up and learn on your own after you play the map a couple times. Honestly, getting hands-on experience is the best kind of experience, and it helps you the most when playing this. But this is my attempt at giving you a somewhat okay guide. Here's one of the crafting stations. Then we'll get back to the perks. I know we're kind of jumpy, but you can craft stim shots with the small salvage, lethals with the small salvage as well, and then support streaks with the larger salvage. So we're going to head down here. I'm going to show you the next perk location. Next one is going to be Deadshot, which is located right here. Then we have 2 perks to go. Elemental Pop and Speed Cola. We'll just knock out Speed Cola right away. Now, you do have to pop another door over on this side. Actually, it's already open, but there is an obstruction right there as a door. Here's Speed Cola for you. And then we have one perk left, which you might have saw earlier. And then we're going to talk about some of the upgrade stuff, and then we'll talk about Pack-a-Punch. But the Elemental Pop, which is all of your ammo mods combined into one, is going to be located right here in that power room. Alright guys, so I'm currently editing this video right now, and I just realized that I totally forgot to show you guys the whole upgrading your weapons and show you the armor system along with the attachment reroll. So all that is this upgrade station that you're seeing on screen right now with the arrow pointing to it. This station allows you to buy armor with small salvage. You can buy 1 plate, then 2 plates, and 3 plates with the cost of $250, $500, and $1,000. And then another tab on it is your weapon upgrades. This takes you from a red to green, then green to blue, then blue to purple, then purple to yellow. These respectively cost $250, $500, $1,000, I think. Or I believe going to green from your base weapon cost $100, so it'd be $100, $250, $500, $1,000. And then you use all of those upgrades to then progress, and then it just helps you with your Pack-a-Punch later on. And you can also re-roll your attachments in here. That's all it really is. Just want to let you know in editing because I know I forgot it, and it's pretty much essential to getting into some of the higher rounds. And it's definitely something worth noting in a beginner's guide. Enjoy the rest of the video. So, now that you know where all the perks are, you are on a good start to success. Now, let's talk about the Pack-a-Punch machine. You can get ammo mods here, and you can Pack-a-Punch your weapon. Here's your ammo mods, which cost only $2,000. They only cost $2,000 for ammo mods, which is definitely a good pickup for every single one of your weapons. Every weapon you use, I mean, it's a really good choice to go ahead and put yourself a ammo mod on there. Now, Brain Rot is probably the best one for later rounds, which is what I'll be using pretty much every single time now. But there are some fun ones like the Napalm one, which is super, super cool. But we're going to focus on getting some points here to Pack-a-Punch our weapons, and I can show you how that works. But until then, let's get some points. I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, so we just unlocked enough points to get ourselves our first Pack-a-Punch. Now, Pack-a-Punch has 3 tiers, and they get progressively better as you get progressively higher in rounds. So, once you're about round 20, you're probably going to want the tier 2, and round 40 or 50, you're definitely going to want that tier 3. Tier 1 is going to cost you the normal $5,000, which we're going to get right now. Tier 2 will cost you $15,000, and Tier 3 will cost you $30,000. Pack-a-Punch weapons are essential to doing an absolute ton of damage and getting yourself a lot higher rounds, a lot more kills, and saving yourself a lot of ammo in the long run. So, what is really next? What else we got to talk about? Well, we got to talk about 2 things. One is farming areas, and the next thing and final thing will be extraction. These are pretty much everything you're going to need to know when it comes to your beginner's guide and really getting started on the Maschine. So the first camping, or I would say farming area, is going to be the spawn area. It's very good for farming zombies. You have a lot of open area, and it works very, very well for getting a nice little train going. I'm going to show you an example of that right now. Alright guys, so we're starting to get a nice little train going behind us. All you have to do is just basically lead them so you have a nice amount of space to work with, and you just lead them around, and you can just pick off 1 or 2 at a time, or you can just spray into the whole entire crowd. It doesn't matter what you do, you just run around and don't let any zombies hold you up, and you'll be good to go, and you'll have a nice stackable train. Now, we are going to head up to the next area, and that door is closed. Isn't that just terrifying? But we're going to head up to the next area that I like to farm in, and that is going to be out where Juggernog is. This is a great area too. It's a little more complicated. It's a little more sticky situation, but you can farm out here pretty darn well, and your safe haven is actually going to be this plain wing. When you're up here, the zombies don't come from behind you. They don't jump up here. They only jump up on the plane right here. So you can pick them off here. You can shoot them a bunch while you're up here. Then you just jump off and you start to farm them once you finally jump down. Now, they do come from a lot of areas, and it's a bit stickier of a situation, but you can run through it. You can get through it just fine. Our brain rot's probably going to kill off a lot of our zombies here, unfortunately. But you can use these planes to your advantage. You can kind of just let all the zombies do their thing, and then you can just jump right off, and you'll be good to go. The next and final area that I really farm in the most is the pond. The pond is probably the second best. That area up there is probably the worst, actually, out of the 3 I use. But you can also farm downstairs, which I don't really recommend. It's kind of tight down there. But the pond, I mean, is a great place for farming. Getting really tongue-tied right now. But this one's pretty good, but you can see it's a lot tighter. It's just a lot tighter to go through here, and there's a lot bigger chance you can get held up by a zombie just by one getting a really good spawn on you. So I don't really recommend coming down here too often, but you're not going to see the end of the pond, that is for sure. So what we're going to do now is every 5 rounds after round 10, after you complete round 10, you have the option to extract. So on round 11, 16, 21, you know, all those you can extract. So we're going to get to that round, and we are going to extract. I'm going to show you that process right now. Alright guys, so I do believe this is the last of the zombies from this round. So we are in spawn, and this is where you want to be on your extraction round if possible. It makes it a lot easier since you don't have to run and worry about any additional zombies getting stacked up. Your extract point is going to be right here at this radio. So after I kill this guy, it will become an option for us. As you can see right here, we're going to hold this to extract, and then we're going to book it. You just want to turn right around and get ready to run. A ton of zombies are going to come out of the ground right away, and you just want to run to the pond. Now, you should have this open probably. I didn't in this case, which is okay, but you want to have this open, and this is where the fun begins. Now, I got super lucky getting an instant kill right there. So that is going to basically carry me through most of this extraction, but you have to kill a ton of enemies, and it gets crazy. You can see up in the top left there that there is a certain amount of enemies that you have to kill before that time runs out. If you do not kill them, you fail the extraction, and you will lose the match. This is the final end game. This is it. So I got really lucky with a instant kill there, but if you have a C4 or something like that, it's a lot easier, and in the higher rounds, it's going to be heavy zombies and everything. But what you want to do is go ahead and board that chopper, and you will be out. The higher your rounds, the more rewards you're going to get when it comes to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 XP bonuses and crystals. But this is your basics of zombies. Hopefully this guide does help you out. If it does, make sure you show some love. Make sure you hit that like button. It took me a while to make this, man. You know, between recording, editing, everything else, it's probably going to take me about 2.5, 3 hours. So I could really, really appreciate your support. I could use your support. And, you know, it would be an honor to have you guys come back to the channel more often for some zombies content, some multiplayer content, whatever it may be for Cold War. I would love to have you back. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Guys, sponsors and equipment in the description below. Make sure you're checking out that membership option next to the subscription button. That is all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.